2G33ks1Mic episode costumes.
Yes! Thank you for joining us. We are two geeks with one mic.
Hey, Josh.
All the years you've been asking.
Josh, I have a question.
What's the question?
What does doing remotes, what kind of logistical issues does
I was
doing
giving the people what they
do?
want.
Oh, is that what it is?
I was giving the people what they want. They were like, you guys are 2 geeks, 1 mic, but you always have more than one mic. Not today. Not today. However, I did give them something else. I give something else for them to question, though, is that it's more than just 2 geeks today. Now we have 2 geeks and a costume geek.
3 geeks.
3 geeks. She would still be a geek.
Well, 3 geeks. Well, she has a specialty, though. Right? I mean,
like all aspects.
Well, yeah, I think costume making is a specialty.
Costume making is hard. Okay, so if you guys have ever been in the geek headquarters, Alyssa has not. You have. There's this ridiculous foam contraption.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous.
Terrible.
It is.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Thing that's ever been created. And I realized that if I want to actually get my Jedi Commando outfit proper and usable, that I needed the assistance.
Or just so that it doesn't fall off your body when you put it on.
Or just so that you can put it on without it being like, ha 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 ha. Doesn't work. It's not good. So Alyssa,
I swing lightsaber this way.
Or go like.
Yeah.
You're right. Right. Exactly. Do some dance moves.
Yeah.
So Alyssa's been doing costuming for how long?
Probably 3 years.
3 years.
Not super long.
That's 3 years more than I've been doing it for.
And yeah.
And she's one of those crafty people too. She's like super awesome crafty. Oh. She made a Wonder Woman outfit
that was balling.
It was awesome. On point. It was awesome.
Thank you.
It's like the coolest homemade Wonder Woman outfit I've seen ever. And I mean that.
Aww,
so like,
thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I knew what I had to do.
That deserves 2 high fives and a handshake. So we need
how about like, okay, one, both sides.
Another high five.
Both sides. Just
and then and then handshake.
Oh, there we go. Okay, Logan's trying to make a thing again. So hey, I thought
we just geek-ized handshaking them. All right? There we go.
And you were killing it, my friend.
Yeah. Brought to you by Mountain Dew Rockstar.
Hold on, let's get this. Oh, ooh, yeah.
That's a freshie.
Beautiful.
Listen. That's because it's not carbonated.
That's right.
So for those of you
when you were shaking.
Yeah, so for those of you who do not like, you want your caffeine, but you don't want the carbonation.
Alyssa, I do have a couple Mountain Dews. Would you like a Mountain Dew?
Yes, I'll take Code Red.
Code Red.
Thank you.
Twinsies. What? So here's what we're gonna do. I knew that if I wanted to finish my Jedi outfit, that I needed to get Alyssa's help. So I sent her a message on Facebook, and I was like, "Alyssa, what's up, girl? One woman, dope. I need some help." She's like, "Oh yeah, let's do this."
Just like that.
It was too.
I hope I can help. I hope
she can try.
It always definitely a lot of trial and error. I've learned over the
That's
years,
good. But see, you've got more trial and less error than I have. All error.
It's always nice to have help from whoever.
It is.
It is.
So what we're gonna do is here in a minute we're gonna push this table back, and she's gonna walk me through the process. So I want to build. So if you guys have seen me around, in my Jedi outfit, I've got really sweet gauntlets, and I've got some really sweet gloves,
Debatable.
And I've got a Jedi robe. Jealous. Jealousy is a stinky cologne, my friend.
Debatable-ized.
So, but I've always wanted a good chest piece, like a good piece of chest armor that I could add with it, because I'm a huge fan of Old Republic. I looked up the Old Republic chest armor,
that's
like
no
Jedi Commando.
Canon.
This is no longer canon.
By the way.
Moment of silence. Thank you.
But it's cosplay.
But it is cosplay. We can cosplay the shit out of it. And that's
everything
what we're
and anything.
So how do we start? What's the first? I noticed you brought your tools.
Well, before we do that, I have a question.
What is
that
your
maybe
question?
Some of our viewers, listeners, etc. might have.
Viewers, listeners, etc.
Yes. So, as far as cosplayers, are there any that you look to for inspiration, ideas, things like that?
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Who do you muse? Muse
That's
eyes.
what I do. Muse eyes. Muse eyes.
Yeah.
Logan's working the eyes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I love to just lay in bed at night and just stalk Instagram and Pinterest, and that's all I do. But especially when I'm going into a new cosplay, like when I did Wonder Woman, I just researched every single Wonder Woman cosplayer and just sort of, and a lot of them put their tips online and on Instagram, which I'm so grateful for. So like Hendo Art, she's this gorgeous, she's the one who like, I don't know, she just creates a cosplay, I feel like, every week. I would love to be able to have that time. She did an amazing Wonder Woman. I love Har Beastie. She and...
Shout outs, by the way.
Yeah. She
Shout them out.
and Down in Photography, they created sort of like a little business, a little Etsy shop of creating Wonder Woman patterns for everybody to use.
Nice.
To buy. And I'm grateful for some of those patterns. I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of my stuff without that. And so yeah, there's quite a few out there. So those are some of my favorites. Core Geek, he's a really fun one to watch. And Evil Ted, have you heard of that one?
I haven't heard of
that
Evil
one?
Ted.
His YouTube is amazing
So we'll have to
for
check him
body armor that I think you would really like for what you're trying to make.
Okay. So we'll get
There's
through
like a
what we
few.
can do today,
There's
and
a
then I'll
few.
have to check out Evil Ted,
Yeah.
which was in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Evil Ted.
Yes, Evil
Bill.
Ted and Evil Bill.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's throwing it way back.
So if you guys want to make your own armor and you don't have an Alyssa who can like come hang out with you, then what you can do is you can watch this video, get some maybe tips and tricks that we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop down knowledge, and then
you're gonna get learnized.
You're gonna get learnized, and then you can go on to the interwebs, and we'll have a couple of tutorial people, cosplay people linked so that you can check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So any other questions before we jump in?
Does body type play into anything?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I mean, for our sakes, with Josh, you'd have to go with a flatter chested. Me,
That's
you're gonna
true.
have to cup size mine a little bit.
I don't. I'm less than an A cup. I was not well endowed in that area. As I dropped my Mountain Dew. No, that was yeah.
But yeah, no, that is where I love doing the whole saran wrap and taping, because you're just getting it custom fitted to you. Like my Wonder Woman corset, it's like it is just right for me.
So you wouldn't be able to just hand it off to, Becky Jones down the street and be like, ha! If she was
You
really,
can't have it, Becky.
You can't have it.
You can't have it.
So if she was like, oh, you Wonder Woman, it killed, I want to wear it to cosplay, it wouldn't fit her.
Yeah, it'd be hard, But
So then let's do this. Let's jump into this. What's the process? Just kind of walk me through like
tools
from beginning to finish.
Tools and
what
tricks.
are the tools? What do you use them for? And then we'll jump into this.
Okay. So when I was Wonder Woman is my first major build. I did a Loki cosplay that I used a styrofoam wreath and craft foam, and I just learn how to work with those type of materials. And then I know going into Wonder Woman, I wanted to make it durable and really sturdy, and so I knew that I needed to up my tool game, even though it's really not
you always got to up your game. Level up. Make it better. Make the next one better than the last one.
Don't try and be a one-upper, okay?
You got to one up yourself though, so you can be better.
All right. I can get on board with that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Get on board.
But what I definitely wanted to purchase was a heat gun.
This is the Drill Master. It's a heat gun. It's hot.
It gets hot.
Yeah. It gets very hot. I burned myself.
Yeah, and Alyssa likes it hot.
Quite a lot. Some like it hot.
Some do like it hot.
But this has definitely really helped me in forming the pieces that I needed.
Okay, so necessity heat gun.
Yes, like I'd say like this is like a huge need. And it's really inexpensive. I bought this at Harbor Freight for $10.
Dude, Harbor Freight is awesome.
Harbor Freight getting the shout out. Harbor Freight. Yes.
Until they file a cease and desist.
Well, until that time, Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
Eyes done.
So heat gun.
Heat gun.
We're getting way too excited. How many BTUs does this produce? Enough.
Okay.
It produces enough.
Just enough.
Yeah. And then.
All right. And then
we don't want too many BTUs hitting.
Right. You don't want too many.
We just
BTUs.
Want enough.
Yeah.
So then now we got the saran wrap and the tape. Is
Saran
that what you were
wrap,
talking about earlier?
This is something that I never would have even thought
body
of.
form. Yes.
Using
this
saran
is what
wrap.
I've learned. Yeah.
I never would have thought of using saran wrap.
Yeah. It is pretty interesting. For
like
my
it.
Wonder Woman corset, I was telling my husband, I was like, honey, could you just wrap me up in this? And
He's like, absolutely.
Like a leftover.
Like a leftover.
He's like, tighter? Not tighter? Wrap you up.
Yeah,
just wrap it up.
But he was like, let's just do this inside, though. I don't want the neighbors seeing.
You don't want to do it in the backyard?
That's probably a good thing. Yeah, you don't want everybody to see.
You know,
the wrapping.
See my goods.
We were out in Tooele, and we did some costuming and some stuff. And
outdoors?
Yeah, we made the mistake of doing that outdoors. And some people out there were like, those people are in like some kind of satanic cult.
Or were they
we had no idea why our neighbors wouldn't talk to us.
Or were they more like, hey, can we join the party, kid?
No, they were
got
like,
my saran.
That's right.
We never even saw him. And then, when we moved out, the people that moved into our house were like, so I've got a question for you, but I don't want you to be offended. And we were like, dude, what's up? Well, apparently because we had we'd come and go at different times of the day wearing robes and big freaky outfits. Everybody would freak out. Oh, you guys are. Gosh.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Just so much judgment, out there. They just don't understand.
So next time, if you're working your saran wrap and you work and you live in a very free area, feel free to just saran wrap outside. However, if you're worried about police involvement, maybe go inside. But you don't have to be naked to do this,
no,
right?
you don't.
Okay, because this is not that kind of a show.
Because also, when we're using the scissors to cut down, you're not going to want to be naked anyways.
Yeah, you don't want your bits getting...
No, I don't want any of my bits getting caught.
You don't want bits snipped.
All right, so...
Question.
Yes.
Reynolds?
Or... If you're feeling splurgy...
Are we getting swanky up in there?
Yeah.
What brand of saran wrap is this?
Hey, some people are very peculiar, man. They want to know exactly what you use.
Exactly what's going on in your body.
So
just as long as it's plastic shrink wrap, right? That's the important thing.
Yes. Okay. I think mine is Walmart brand.
Cool. Kroger, baby.
Really cheap.
Kroger?
Don't need...
Can you do it?
That's not Walmart brand.
I can't do it. Isn't that?
Kroger Smith's, dude.
It's Kroger Smith's?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just name dropping right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so then next...
So after wrapping you up, then you wrap yourself again in the tape. And this is what you draw your pattern on.
Oh, okay. So all of our fabric nerds right now are like, dude, they're just making what's the word for it when you patterns. They're just making a pattern. Yeah. And you were right. You get a gold star. Thank you for tuning in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a pattern then.
Yes.
We're gonna saran wrap. We're gonna tape wrap. We're gonna draw
it on. Sharpies, my best friends.
Which color? Just black.
Black when you're just basing your pattern, but when you're working with, I worked with a lot of black Worbla with my Wonder Woman costume, and you need a silver Sharpie, silver or gold.
And you laughed at that question. Sharpie makes every color out there.
Well, yeah, we can say it depends on the color of the material you're working on. Which leads me to my final question.
Yes.
The material.
Yes. This is EVA foam floor mat from Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight! Man, they're getting lots of
geek love.
And
Harbor Freight
yeah.
could be like, what's this influx of geeks? I don't know, but
Why is our store full of these nerds?
And this is the one in the roll. You can get these in those little puzzle tiles, like those interlocking ones too.
Nice.
And it really
you put on like the kids of the play or the playroom,
the floor.
Yeah.
So, and since you're not making like a big coherent piece, we're going to be making smaller pieces to glue together.
Yes.
So you can. Oh, nice.
Yes. And I had bought this thinking I was going to use it for Wonder Woman, but I ended up not because it made, at least with my corset, too bulky. So I ended up not even really using this. I made a Hobbit door from this though.
Aww.
So...
A Hobbit door?
A Hobbit door.
Yeah.
The green one?
Yeah.
Of course.
Is there any other Hobbit?
Yeah.
No
so
other Hobbits had doors.
Yeah.
Well, they did, but Bilbo's was the only one that was green.
Yeah, it was beautiful with a big, beautiful brass knob in the middle.
Yes. Yeah.
And then until Gandalf scratched it. Psh, dick move, Gandalf.
With the letter F too.
Right?
Well, I mean,
he's like, F this guy.
F this guy, all the dwarves.
Dwarves right here.
Get this do this.
Get this F.
Get this F.
Get this F right here.
Okay, so
but also with the heat gun, I'd say a good knife is.
It's not a knife. But I don't have a big one.
That's
not a knife.
If you had a machete, though,
that would have been awesome, right?
It's in the door of your car.
It is. Oh, that's true.
I
have
saw
my K-bar.
Do you really?
I saw it.
Keep it in the car. It's my rights and stuff.
But yeah, you just need a good knife. I like having all different sizes for detail work or something, and keep it sharp.
Right, because like you could take like an X-Acto knife and like cut out battle
damage.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved using a soldering iron for my battle damage. That was fun.
That's a good one too.
So that's knowledge.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You heard it. So could you also use a soldering iron to like glue pieces of the foam together, or do you use hot glue?
I liked using contact cement. That was one glue that I really liked.
Or like rubber cement or something like that? Or is it actually
the aerosol? The aerosol that you spray one side, spray the other, and then it's...
I've never used that. I used that goopy, the one that's like, and
the
then
stuff
just
you huff.
Yeah.
Stuff you huff,
I have
kids.
Dude, that should be their slogan, right? Get Elmer's cement contact glue. The stuff you huff.
The stuff you huff. And there were a few nights. I mean, I don't have very good ventilation in my house, so there was a few nights that I was
operating a little high.
Yeah.
Woo! This Wonder Woman costume's gonna be the bomb. So, all right. Well, I'm pretty stoked to get going on this. So we're probably not gonna make like a whole thing today.
No, but I think just the base.
That's some hours. If we get some base, we're gonna get a pattern. And we're probably going to get some pieces cut out. And that's probably where we'll leave. And then we'll talk a little bit more about, what's going to happen from there. And then this will probably be a project that I work on for a little bit. Because it's got to be ready by next Comic-Con, which is...
Are you hoping to go to FanX? Well, they haven't even announced their...
They haven't announced it yet.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is go to the Salt Palace Convention Center and look and see what dates are blocked out.
They haven't even put it up there yet.
They haven't?
No. That's the whole debate on the Facebook page. It's like,
is it gonna happen?
when is FanX happening? And Brian Brandenburg's just like, y'all just...
Y'all just need to chill.
The people need to know, Brian.
So it's really up in the air for that one.
All right. Well, either way, they usually do it, February, March-ish. April time
March-ish
frame.
Yeah.
It gets Marchized.
And then we're gonna be ready
Ice is gonna be a thing.
It's not gonna be a thing, but you keep telling yourself that.
It is. It's gonna be a thing, just like break your leg, right?
Is that the legacy you want to leave? Because I think that lasted like 5 minutes.
It's still going. I think.
How long has that been going then?
Well, I remember Whip Let Me Nay Nay. That was like, what, 2015?
That's it.
It was like end of 2015.
Break your leg.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then Whip it.
Well, now it's the dab thing, so.
Oh, yeah, we're dabbing.
We're not dabbing.
No.
I dabbed last episode.
We don't dab.
I've refused.
I dabbed last episode. I didn't know what I was doing, though. I felt old doing it too. I was like, I'm dabbing. And then I was like, wait a minute, what did I just do? I don't know.
I was in a picture and a girl was like, let's
properly.
Put your arm thing. And I was like, are we smelling our pits? Are we?
Yes.
Like, it's awkward. Yeah. I don't
understand. I think that's what it originally was. It was a deodorant commercial. They were like, dabbing. Oh, yeah, we're good. Dabbing.
Well,
okay, we're good.
Yeah. This is a little obvious.
Well, exactly, right? Well, there was what? Raise your hand if you're sure back in like the 80s.
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand. If you're sure.
Right. And then you got the guy who's like, no, don't want to.
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Or girls like, I didn't shave yet.
Yeah. That's the struggle is real, folks. The struggle is real. All right, I'm ready to do this. You guys ready to do this? I'm ready to do this.
I guess I'm holding camera.
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe you just sit there and look pretty.
Or maybe you can help
What's up, y'all?
Twirl it around.
Twirl it!
Zoom in on this face.
We don't have a cameraman, so we're not going to. Maybe we'll do it in post.
Siri, zoom in.
Yeah. Zoom in, Siri.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Time for some shrink wrappage.
All right, now I'm just kind of guesstimating.
Yeah, just guesstimate.
It doesn't show on the map.
No, I got nothing.
All right.
I just gotta.
So we're gonna start with some wrappage.
Yeah, maybe just hold it right there for a second.
You're just jealous. All right. Step one.
Because I want my package saran wrap.
Just look at my
Package.
the first step of Jedi armor.
That's how the real better.
Get some sexy music while I shake.
Well, don't go too much because it'll
Moving up.
it'll move up.
So, okay.
But you're right. Like, how far do you want it down, or like how far?
Honestly, I was thinking like come down to the solar plexus and then like just kind of wrap around the bottom of the arm.
Because I'm trying to remember, there wasn't
anything right here.
Okay,
No.
so just.
That's good.
Because it's not here so much, more like
Okay then.
here. You know what I'm saying? Just. Okay, let's do this.
I'll go ahead and set him up for a B cup.
Now that we've been
Room to grow.
completely inappropriate.
But hopefully it's not like
You know,
cheesy.
here's a funny thing. Doctor Strange, they made a big deal about Doctor Strange being involved with that.
Yeah.
He's not been in,
All right,
in
so
the trailer at all.
let's get. Where's your Sharpie? We need to put where the nips are going.
Okay.
Nip there.
No, down a little.
Yeah.
To the right.
Okay, so there's nip. So we'll do, and then
You get me my areola.
inch areola.
Yeah, about a quarter. Okay, that's like a nickel.
All right. So areola,
And it's lopsided.
Next one. Right about there.
Do you want it even with the other one?
Wow, dude, you are so lopsided. All right, so here we go. There's nip, and then areola.
Okay, there we go.
Great.
Sweet. We got nipples on this thing.
And then you're good. That's it.
That's it. All right. See you at Comic-Con. And hey, I didn't realize it, but my shirt
Matches
Matches the
my
tape.
armor.
flawlessly.
So.
Okay, so we got the saran wrap.
Right?
We got the tape.
Yeah, let's mat all the tape down, right? Is that
Something that is probably necessary because it's got to be. Oh man! All right.
Gotta flip
So
the nip.
now,
Gotta flip the nip.
But could you do
the peck dance.
Ooh,
Oh, the Terry Crews
like the.
The rock.
No, I can't. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that without armor on. Well, I mean, I could, but the armor's in the way. It's very restricting.
This GoPro vid is gonna be so wow.
It's gonna be awesome. Luckily, I'm only using clips.
Only clips?
Okay, so now we need to like draw on the pattern. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So we just
Pattern
take
drawing
the pattern.
commencing.
Yes. This
All
is
right.
what can be a little bit.
Okay, so I will hold.
Oh,
this
thank you.
for you. And GoPro and make sure I didn't touch
Yeah, you're
anything.
good. Okay. So then it's just trying to center.
I will look
So
straight
we'll
forward.
just-
Here, let's do this actually.
What do you want
Just
to do?
turn sideways so that the people at home can see us.
Oh, okay. The people at home.
The fans
So we'll
would like to know.
They want to see.
See, that's the middle one then.
Would it be easier if I held it up here?
Or
could
you know
probably
what?
put the
I can
GoPro
just hold
down.
it. I can hold it.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Thank you. Thank you though.
Just
Like,
trying
it's
to
just that way I can have
Be a
it.
part of this
Here.
thing.
I just want to be a part of this.
Where would you say his nipples are?
Ooh, his nipples.
He doesn't have nipples.
Yeah, his nipples are
Is that
probably like
canon?
They're that's canon. That
His nipples
species-
are probably behind his ear.
yeah, that species does not have nipples.
And he goes,
I think
oh,
so.
so
too.
good, so
Let's
good.
see. So since we started a bit lower,
Dude.
then we'll just.
If you follow through with putting nips on this, that'll be
Or maybe you could have flaps.
So awesome. Bionic flash. All right.
Let's see. So then.
Thanks for the serenade.
So that's the gist of it. I
okay.
think that
All right.
is-
So let me give just
Give it 360.
a little 360 action.
maybe
While
like
dancing,
a maybe
while
like
Dancing Queen is playing in the
a
background.
boomerang.
Oh yeah, there you go. Little Instagram like. Okay, and then the next step that we're going to be doing now that we've got I'm saran wrapped, I'm taped. The next step is going to be cutting this off
Right?
in a particular fashion. Is this correct? Maybe you want to.
Yes. Oh.
You can put the GoPro in.
Okay, GoPro's down. All right.
So next step, now that we got all this done, is we're going to
Cut you out of it.
cut me out of it because we got saran wrap, we got tape, we got marker, and we
Hold
need.
still. This
And
won't
we
hurt
have-
a bit.
And what we need now is we need Alyssa to find the incision points that will be most agreeable to the pattern that we need to make.
Yes. So I'm just gonna just sort of doodle. This is where we're gonna like
Scribble out. That's waste.
the
Cut-
dead
yeah,
space.
cut out.
Scribble.
And then right here, and that'd be cool if you did something like that.
That's what I want to do is get like some
Like an
LED
arc
action.
reactor, right?
Yeah, Jedi arc reactor though.
Yeah.
Tony didn't come up with that idea.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Considering that Marvel is now owned by Star Wars.
Disney got it all.
Yes, they do.
Okay. So I actually didn't bring the scissors. So do you have the scissors, or we'd have to?
I
use
think we have some scissors.
Let me find some. Got them.
Oh yeah, that's a better idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we safely hand off sharp scissors.
2 hands.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always wait for thank you.
And you're supposed to say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
So that she knows you're letting go of this
That's
first.
I didn't know there was like a.
There's a protocol here.
Boy Scouts.
Okay,
Yeah.
There is a protocol.
So let's see. I think we're gonna cut on the sides, and then we're gonna cut through the front, or Because you see that little piece that's hooking them together?
I do.
It would be these ones that I think. I mean, we could like contact cementing it with.
Right.
That way we can see that there's a line.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's just.
We can reinforce it too with.
Yeah. So I think we will have multiple.
All right.
Points, so okay. Do you trust me?
I should. Well, I did.
Until you
Up until that point.
I just don't want to cut your shirt.
This is why people do it naked,
Right.
So you don't ruin your shirt.
so you don't cut your shirt. Hey, Logan, could you find some scissors that aren't dull as crap?
I'm on it. Do we have sharp scissors?
You ready to breathe?
Here we go.
Right on your face.
Found them.
Oh boy.
And they're pink.
And they're pink. Okay.
I love it. Thank
So-
you.
You're welcome.
Now I got my vest here.
With your tuxedo vest too.
Oh yeah.
I think you're done.
see.
You don't need foam. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. This, you know, what I love about this process, it just gets better and better every step of the way. Okay.
Yeah. So this is your body.
It's my body. Yeah.
It's my body, and I'll do what I want.
If you, wait,
Oh no, I'm
here we
thinking it's my party.
Do what I want.
If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby.
All right, so to prove the
No.
point that cosplays can't be shared between people, let's try this on.
Oh, yeah, don't break it though.
I won't break it.
Can you? You can't even get it. No. You can't even get it on.
Okay. Can't even get it on. So
Okay.
proves the point.
All right, so let's cut here, and then set this back down on the table, and do the rest of it. Or is that good? Do you want to do that?
We can.
Which is
That
easier
is
for
my
you?
family right out there.
Oh.
We came back, so
Oh.
it's just like I don't know. We'll
All
have
right.
to- We can.
We might have to do a part 2.
I am
We'll do
willing
a part
to
2.
stay and like cut out some of the
The waist.
yes.
Well, we can do
You know,
Okay.
because that way, well, it's just so I can do.
So okay, let's cut out. Okay, so we're gonna cut out the waist.
Let's see. So
Just cut out some
Are
of
those better skizzers?
they are better. Thank you.
Good. I like that word.
The scissors flow.
I was just watching Force Awakens
Oh.
today.
the. Yeah, girl,
And
that's
I was
right.
like, I just love you so much.
Okay, so let's talk a little Star Wars, shall we?
Okay. I'm not super well versed though. Love
That's
the
okay.
movies, But I just
So we have been drawn into massive debate as far as who Rey's parentage.
I was thinking about that while during Force Awakens.
I've seen a
too.
couple ideas that she could be possibly a Palpatine.
I don't think so.
With the trailer, it just left me like, I'm like, I don't even know what to think anymore.
Well-
like it could be, yeah. Like I mean, that could be a possibility.
Why don't you tell them what my thought was about the trailer?
Oh.
You tell him.
Okay. I thought about that trailer that Luke ran away like a pussy.
See, I
mean, he's
I think
supposed
he
to
did
be-
run away, but I
he's-
don't think it was.
But he's supposed to be the Grand Master, right?
Well, that's why I like my theory about Snoke being an ancient evil that had been entombed. Because,
But-
if Snoke came straight out of freaking nowhere,
Compton?
and they have no idea who he is, what he is, how to deal with him,
But
Dude,
would
he
Luke
could
have
have-
seen him before?
how would Luke know how to deal with that? I don't think Luke ran. I mean, I think maybe he kind of ran, but I think he ran so he didn't have to kill Kylo. He needed to find a way to kill Snoke.
I'm talking about Rey and Luke not wanting to train her now.
Because she could
Because
be
she's-
Palpatine.
Too much power. And
But do you see Palpatine having kids though?
Well, he had clones.
Oh.
Well, that's not canon anymore, though.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused.
Clearly.
I'm so confused.
I'm you know, honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter so much who Ray's parents are. I think that's a red herring. I think people are so caught up in who Ray's parents are.
Because they could just be some deadbeat parents that just dropped her.
There was a theory
watching that
that I
part
liked.
was-
There was a theory that I liked that Ray's parents were, or at least one of them, were training at Luke's Jedi Temple, and was dispatched by Kylo or the Knights of Ren, whoever, and Luke put her on Jakku. Luke is the one who put her on Jakku.
You think?
And the reason she is now on Jakku is because he put her there to protect her. Which is why everybody seems to be familiar with her, but they don't really know who she
Well,
is.
it's like watching.
Is that why
Because
Leia gave her a big old bear hug?
They put her on the planet when she was a kid, and now she's an adult. They're not going to recognize her. It's not like they've been following her Instagram feed. But
Right.
yeah, so
Get with it, Star Wars.
like even Han
FML,
Solo,
more junk
Right.
to sell.
even Han Solo like started to warm up to her, started to realize who she was, because kind of did the whole, hey, we want a job. You want a job?
I'm not really looking for a second, but if you want it, I'll give it to you.
I'll give you a job. And then Maz Kanata even says, who's the girl? And they have a whole conversation about her off screen.
Watching Force Awakens today, it was like Kylo just got when they were like, oh well, the droid is gone. He's on the Millennium Falcon, and I love how Kylo's just like, the droid stole the ship.
Yeah.
He was like, well, no, there's like two people.
They had
and
help
there's
from
a
a girl.
And he like.
Kylo knew who the girl was.
Yeah. Like I thought that was really interesting.
This guy had some pretty awesome theories, and I liked. That was one of the ones that I really do like. I don't know if it's accurate or not. I don't really care. I think it just looks. I think that's a good, solid theory. All right, so we got all the waist. So let's do this. Let's put this thing on again.
I think.
That was-
Is this waist too?
That was
Oh.
waste.
Because sometimes it's so.
Oh
easy
yes, yeah. Well, yes, it was. Look.
To, oh, okay. Because sometimes it's so hard to like.
Yeah. Okay. So
figure out what-
just jump in right there.
Okay.
We were doing too much jabbering.
We were jibber jabber jibber jabber. No, I think her parents are gonna be maybe someone who was training with Luke. Oh, you got another.
Oh, did it?
And that's why everybody seems to know who she is.
But
But they don't really know her. They
did
know
Luke-
her, but they don't know her.
because Luke didn't really
Something's
give
not
any
helping. Tell
impression.
me to get out of
No, this is perfect.
Okay.
No, I'm.
Because
I'm like, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm helping you.
Luke's face didn't really give the impression that he knew who she was.
But he knew, like, because remember at the end when he's looking at her,
He
he's
was
like,
more like,
"Oh,
how the
shit."
F did you find me and what the F are you doing here?
right.
I didn't want that lightsaber.
You're right.
don't
He
want it.
called to me. Here, take it, take it,
But
just
they-
take
yeah,
it.
that's fine.
Hot potato, lightsaber, hot potato.
So you think you believe that Rey's parentage plays nothing in her role?
I don't think the only thing that it will do is prove why everybody knows her or knows of her.
Okay,
Because it is
so
interesting that she has so like a lot of power.
Yeah.
That Luke's
so do you think that
going this way, right?
you think that
Because you're going up.
that
Right.
Luke put her there? Do you, and
After
you
the
think,
destruction of the Jedi Temple,
and you think it was to protect her or
Yeah.
to protect us from her?
I don't know. That's another. And then what we're gonna do with this is just carry that forward. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way it's like.
With the... All right. So now that we got the dead space, let's
for the most part.
let's put this on. This is kind of.